What up, tubers? JT Skinner, SSP Adventures. We did some things today. Obviously, the last video you saw, I destroyed a lot of stuff. Not the stuff I wanted to destroy either. I wanted to rip this floor out. I ended up destroying all the stuff that I bought to rip the floor out. So today, we paid a visit to our friends at the Ace Hardware in Vineland, New Jersey. Thank you guys so much. And we also paid a visit to our local Harbor Freight, which it's local Harbor Freight. Everybody's been to Harbor Freight. They got great stuff, and sometimes you get a bargain, sometimes you can't use a coupon. It's just how it is these days. I mean, it is what it is. So, we got some stuff. We're gonna try a new circular saw blade, a new one. Different even. Red. Red means danger. We're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. And we got some cutoff wheels, some abrasives, a face mask, a really good respirator, and that way maybe I can breathe when I'm done my work today. And we got no kids home right now. We're on our way up to the garage, and we're gonna get to work and see how this goes. Got some new plan of attack. We're gonna get it done. Seriously, guys, this is the stack of stuff we got. You can see this really cool Diablo steel blade. I went with the steel because I know that it will rip aluminum. Even though it may get a little gummed up, I'm going to use a little bit of cutting fluid on it to see if it'll clean out some. But it won't get chipped and rip the teeth off when I hit those steel heads of the bolts when I go through it, should I make contact with them. Got a good 3M respirator. It's good for dust particulates as well as aerosol stuff, so the aluminum dust should not be any problem for this respirator at all. My beard may be a little bit of an issue. And I got a face shield, and also got a stack of cutoff wheels. And this is a just-in-case thing. Yes, I will absolutely use them if I'm doing metal fab and if I run out of the ones I have. But if the rest of this crap doesn't work, I'll just go nuts with abrasive wheels, and it will take forever to remove the dust and stuff. But yeah, so we're in the bus, and there's some squirrels going crazy out in the woods over here. I don't know why. They're getting all like Twitter pated and stuff. Guess what, guys? It ain't springtime yet. It's just warm today. So, Big Martha, let's do this. I don't care how hard you fight me. This is happening. Guys, I usually look okay when I'm on videos. Look, this is after a few hours having a respirator on, pulling the beard in. I mean, I think it's a fashion statement. I may just stick with it. Probably not. Anywho, check this out. So, in my quest to remove every last bit of aluminum out of the floor of this bad girl, excuse me, Martha. I tried everything so far. I tried to take advice from people, say, oh, cut this and break that and chisel this. Well, I'll tell you what works for me. This afternoon, I did, man, I gotta say I'm roughly 60 to 70% done now. And I'm hopefully this week we'll be ready to pull up the floor. But I got all of one side and a section of the other side done, and this is how I did it. I tried all those different blades that I showed you earlier, and what it came down to was using the abrasive blades on the grinder, and that worked really well. So what I actually did was I sliced them right down the middle of the tracks. So right over the heads of the bolts, right through the aluminum, all the way through, squared, like straight to the wood. And once you're down there, then you can get a pry bar in. It's easier if you put the pry bar in the cut in the middle and pry it outwards. Because what it does is it pries it away from the heads of the bolts. And when it does that, then it just pops right out of the channel. So it gets away from the heads, pops out of the channel, you take a big long section out, and then you can go back and you can grind off the heads, which takes literally 2 seconds because you already put a huge groove down the middle of them. So really, really easy. That'll be my go-to for the remainder of this stuff. So I'm gonna show you what I got, and yeah, so if you guys needed something to get you through this, just know that it can be done. It's a lot of work and it's a pain in the butt. So yeah, check it out. As you can see, I got plenty of corrosion, plenty of wet wood, in different just weird, odd sections. But yeah, we're right up to the driver's seat and all the way up the back. Even got one piece of wood up right here. Took me a while to get the nails out too. And the wood just broke around the nails, had to rip them out with a hammer, and Ugh, what a mess. But yeah, that's my sizable pile of aluminum. That's not even all of it. There's a lot. There's a lot of these tracks. And then you can see up here the section that I was working on. All four. That's because there was actually Torx bolts with no nuts. They were just tappers run right through the floor. So I ripped them out, and then a couple of them didn't come out, so I had to cut them, rip them out. Got some good snap-on tools there, and bust out the air hammer. Makes life so much easier sometimes. So this is where we stand, guys. We're gonna keep on rolling.